Hey everybody, welcome to another exciting unboxing. This time it is going to be the latest Loot Crate for the month of July. So it's about, I think, the 20th of July right now, or 21st of July. And I'm excited to see what the theme is. I tried to not look at any sort of the announcements for the themes and stuff like that so I can be kind of more pleasantly surprised. So anyway, this looks like a decent sized box, and let's dive right in there and see what we've got. So, starts out with a sort of futuristic city here. Nice little, I love their box designs. It's very, very sort of clever, and some of the uses that you can change them into as far as the, being able to fold them. If you guys don't know this, generally the boxes, you can fold them inside out and they become cool little designs or backdrops for figures or things like that. So it says, for more futuristic, visit lootcrate.com/experience. So let's jump into this and see what we have. Number one is a Mega Man mini-series figure. So we've got a few of them here and here. So it's the classic series. It looks like, Cut Man and those older guys. They're kind of a mix of a few different games though, but definitely some of the older games. So I just picked up actually the, was it probably a couple months ago, the Mega Man collection for the PlayStation 4, which is the done by Backbone. Sort of their goal is to preserve some of these older games and faithfully convert them to modern systems, etc., using their engines. And so Mega Man Legacy Collection, I guess, was their first kind of big attempt there. So I started playing that. It's great to have a lot of those Mega Man games in one collection. So if you're a Mega Man fan and love those kind of classic games, I would definitely suggest picking that up for whatever console you have. It was, I think I got it for like $15, so the price is really good for the amount of, the content that you have and the extra content that they threw in there for fans. So good start, Mega Man collection. I'll have to open this later and let you guys know what figure I get. Hopefully I get Cut Man. He's one of my favorite guys. Okay, moving on. Oh, this is cool. This is a big one. Look at this. Futurama, little sort of, what is it called? I guess a statue, not a statue, it's kind of a vehicle thing that you put on your desk or display. That's pretty cool. Plain Express chip from Futurama. I watch Futurama a fair bit. I am not a huge mega fan of the series. I enjoy it, but it wasn't something that I follow as far as Bender and those guys, and I watch it off and on, and if there's an episode on TV, I will definitely check it out, but it's not something I actively go after. So Futurama is toy. That's pretty cool. That's going to be a neat addition to the sort of the my shelf of stuff. So awesome for Futurama fans. All right, we've got a Star Trek TNG. What is this? This is a Loot Crate exclusive. What is this? Oh, it looks like to be, I think, a blueprint maybe? I don't want to open it yet. I'll look in the book to see what kind of what thing it is, but it looks to be kind of a blueprint. At least that's what the Enterprise blueprint. I love Star Trek: The Next Generation. To this day, it's still my favorite Star Trek series. I kind of grew up in my sort of high school years, watching it during dinner time, basically with my family, and it was such a great, well-written series. From the very first episode, Encounter at Farpoint, to the very last one, All Good Things, was it was a just amazing series, and I loved even how it ended. It kind of ended like it started, with them kind of playing cards, and it's just, if you are not that into Star Trek or are not a huge fan of the franchise, Star Trek Next Generation is certainly a great place to start, or to kind of wet your whistle as far as getting to grips with the world and stuff like that. I know the original series with Kirk and Spock and stuff is definitely the classic things, but for some people that has not aged as well as it could have, and it's kind of a little bit difficult to kind of start right into that. So Star Trek TNG is a nice medium point for that, and a great place as far as if you want well-written a TV drama with great action and great characters. Definitely TNG is the way to go. So that's awesome. Okay, moving on up. We have this month's latest pin, which of course is Spock's classic finger salute. And, William Shatner, I was watching a video of William Shatner talking about this upcoming tribute to Leonard Nimoy, Spock, who played Spock, obviously. A documentary of sorts that Leonard Nimoy's son is doing. So it's very kind of great to see a son kind of do a tribute to his dad like that, and to kind of see the great impact that the character of Spock has done to the world and in general, and how many people have been touched by the character, or it's an amazing thing, really. And Leonard Nimoy was just awesome as the character, and just sort of a great influence for so many people through that character and everything that he touched. So that's a great pin, and definitely will add that to one of my bags. I think it's awesome, so yay. All right, let's see what we got here. We have 4001 AD comic book. This is a Loot Crate exclusive by Matt Kind, Clayton Crane, and David Mack. There you go, that's the wonderful Loot Crate exclusive. I have to give it to props to Loot Crate for the amount of exclusive stuff that they continue to get each and every month. I mean, there are a lot of different kind of crates and boxes nowadays that people can subscribe to, but I think the big differentiators between the good ones and the great ones are the great ones are able to secure a lot of those exclusive items that you can only get by subscribing to those particular boxes or crates. So this is a comic. I am not familiar with this comic at all. So, I read a fair bit of comics. So it's a Valiant brand. So I can't really comment too much on it, but it's always cool to have a comic to read. And, that's sort of all I have to say about that one. And last but not least, t-shirt. So we've got this, what is this? Kind of hard to do. Sorry, I'm kind of butchering the camera work and the t-shirt, but it's weird what it is. Sorry, one second. I have no idea what this is. Oh, it's a Rick and Morty shirt. Okay, Rick and Morty is definitely not something that I have ever really watched or anything, and I know there's been a couple of items in past crates that were Rick and Morty. So let me flip through this real quick. I love this book because it kind of they spend some time kind of going into all the items that are included with the crate, and then also kind of sometimes some interviews or articles about different things that are sort of in the crate. So I want to see what's that Star Trek thing. Oh, see, this is an example of how you can transform your crate into something like a backdrop, etc. So I love how you can do this with all the different boxes that you get for Loot Crate. Okay, sorry. What is in that Star Trek thing? Oh, okay. It looks to be a decal of sorts, a Star Trek dedication plaque replica decal. And that's cool. It's basically a kind of a fancy kind of a sticker. So that's neat. And of course, some fun Loot Crate ranks the Star Trek captains. And of course, who is number one but Captain Jean-Luc Picard of Star Trek The Next Generation. Followed by, of course, Kirk, Janeway, Sisko, and Archer. Sisko I really liked. Sisko became cool sort of when he grew the beard and goatee thing. About the last 2 seasons of Deep Space Nine, when Worf showed up, were really, really good. But up to that, it was sort of hit or miss. When the Dominion and that whole storyline kicked into really full speed, it was a pretty exciting series. But the early years were not as great as I would have liked. Though I did like Odo. Odo was a great, great character. Anyway, that marks the end of this unboxing. Hope you enjoyed it. Sorry again for the rough nature of it. I'm hoping to have my man room up and running in the next few weeks or month when I have time to work on it. But until then, thanks for listening and hope you enjoyed this Loot Crate. Take care. Bye.